My name is Aswin Gunasekar. I'm the founder and CEO at Zeto. I'm a electrical engineer by training. Used to design microprocessors at AMD for a long time. Then finished my business school, did a stint in management consulting, and then started the company. So that's how I got started. And my inspiration was my cousin had a severe form of epilepsy growing up, and that was my motivation to look into this space. And it's been a great journey so far. Yeah, absolutely. Uh, our vision is pretty straightforward. EEG is like EKG for the brain. And if you look at the trajectory of EKG from back, prior to the Holter monitor days to now where EKG is, it is transformed a lot. You don't even think about, oh, I'm capturing my EKG. You just look at, oh, I have an arrhythmia or a tachycardia or a bradycardia detection on the phone. And that's what we want to do for EEG. The first step for that is making the process easier to get EEG in a clinical setting. And the second step is to move clinicians to the cloud. And the third step is to make AI-based diagnostics possible. So when you do this, I think we would have achieved our vision of making neurodiagnostics simpler, more accessible, and healthcare at large better. Initially, clinicians were uh, not believing what they were seeing. They were like, okay, how does this even work? There is no skin prep. We put in a lot of effort to get, clinical grade EEG. How are you able to do this? So it was more first making them believe. Um, Secondly, after there was acceptance, that first level of acceptance that, hey, this technology, this active electrode technology can work. And the second step was more about um, getting them used to our easier workflow, right? Like, hey, this is how you put it on. It's still moving from, um, you know, um, a different kind of vehicle to an electric vehicle. You still have those teaching and coaching moments, even with the nurses and stuff. But once they see it and then they have the ease of use of the platform, they really like it. So there is some work still involved for a new and disruptive piece of technology, but we're happy that our product market fit is very sound and clinicians like it. Yes. So our go-to-market strategy, we sell through either a paper test model or the traditional purchase model, and we employ a direct sales force, and we also have the traditional inbound channels of marketing, which is digital, uh, SEO, paid media, and email. So we have the traditional inbound and outbound campaigns, but we close deals through a person closing deals because we are primarily closing deals with hospitals and physician offices. Um, Lessons learned, I think hiring a right sales personnel
Yeah.
who can present an advanced, sophisticated piece of technology
Yeah.
is critical to our business. So finding those salespeople who are the face of our company has been a learning process. We believe that we are much better now than we
Yeah.
were when we started.
Yeah.
And then the second piece is hospital sales like cycles are long.
Yeah, that's true.
They are 8 to 12 months. And initially, I was too optimistic as a founder that I could, kind of cut that short. But how you work against that is filling a big enough pipeline,
Yeah.
that you have a large enough pipeline and you're improving your conversion rates, that you're able to hit your monthly and quarterly sales targets. So you live with that and you try to expedite it as much as possible. But there are certain things in healthcare that you cannot change, or are very very slow to change. Yeah. So when we present it, we don't say it that way. We don't say it like a SaaS, or we are lining up to, for how they get paid. If they are getting billed for an outpatient procedure, and you can lower their upfront costs, and you keep it as a simple per test price, it's easier for them to adopt. So we present it with respect to, hey, would you prefer this or this? We are okay with either one, and most likely they prefer the pay-as-you-go option. So um, they don't even, many of them don't understand SaaS and that kind of stuff, but they're used to that because they pay for their monthly Netflix subscriptions, their and their iCloud subscriptions and all that. So they're used to that on a personal level. However, when you deal with a hospital, um, they like the presentation piece of it. However, sometimes they say, "What's the total price? I'll pay it up front." Even for a pay-as-you-go model, they're able to pay up front because it's just that they don't put a credit card on file and things like that. But it works because we are also able to operationalize their costs. I think there is going to be massive change, because if you look at it, just like EKG, it's already been done. So, uh, you know, uh, we don't have to really push the boundaries. The difference is, the EKG is a very periodic rhythmic signal. The brain waves are uh, uh, not that way, but it's still a time series signal, and it holds a lot of information across channels, across lengths of time, which a computer can analyze much better, right? So that is our plan to go ahead and make AI-based diagnostics in this space. If you look at conditions such as depression, or monitoring for stroke in the ICU, there is so many good things that a computer-based model can aid the physician with diagnosis and early analysis, and being a good aid to a physician. And then I think eventually it'll evolve to autonomous reporting. So we're super excited about making a massive difference in this space. We have a lot of good metadata that we are utilizing to build better models. And in the next few years, you will see more and more software applications being FDA cleared for for machine learning based and AI based diagnosis. It's ups and downs. I think more challenging days than up days is typical, more so in healthcare, especially in a space where we're building a hardware-based medical technology like ours. I think uh, it's been immensely rewarding for me, um, because the amount of learning I've been exposed to and the challenges you've seen, there's no better lessons than when times are tough. It's the best learning. So in that regard, I like that piece. So it's been great. I'm glad I've survived it, and the company is still doing well, and we're pushing ahead. So I'm very grateful for that. I think as a founder, I think you really, really need to love what you do to have the determination and the doggedness to keep building and going for it. So you should be so involved in wanting to do it one way or the other, rain or shine. If you have that, then it'll come through. I think, certain things with respect to fundraising and stuff, I would have tried to do better. But but with respect to the team, which is I think the core aspect of a company, I'm so blessed and grateful. I would not have done anything differently. Things have God, God has been kind in that regard. But with respect to fundraising and raising capital, I would have done it faster.